Hello everybody, back here again for Vlog a Day, and today is Monday the 17th, and today was a rather bitterly cold day. I think a high of like 17, 18, something like that it reached, which is just disgustingly cold. The wind was blowing so bad today, it was drifting all the snow around, and you could just hear the wind outside the house. And when I was out in it, it was just like it would just cut right through to your bones. It was so cold out there. It was in the below zero wind chills, which is not that unusual, I guess. I mean, I've ran in negative 38 degrees before, and it just absolutely sucks. But I was built up more that whole, I guess, immunity to it as I went through. And this winter, it really jumped on us hard this fall. We had a beautiful fall until one day it was just so damn cold, and I've not quite got my head wrapped around that yet. I'm still having some struggles with it. So definitely woke up, felt like doing nothing because it was so cold there. I just wanted to stay in the house all day. Got a few things around here done. My shoulder's still really jacked up. I'm hoping to get to see the chiropractor maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at the latest is my goal. I want to get up there and see him. I keep thinking it's just going to get better on its own because I'm a bit of a cheapskate, but it has not happened yet. So really hoping that tomorrow I'll be able to find out if there's a tire shop that deals with takeoffs, factory takeoffs. I'm going to try and get a hold of them and see if they can get me a set of wheels and tires, some factory takeoffs for my truck. And if they can, I'll head down there hopefully very soon and get that taken care of. I also need to get that heater core flushed out, and I'm waiting for it to warm up a little bit before I can mess with that, because I just don't want to be out there messing with that at those temperatures. One, my garden hose is froze up solid, so I'll need to bring it in the garage, whatever, and thaw it out so I can even hook it up to flush it. But it would definitely be nice if I could get it warmed up. If I get it above freezing out there, it'd just be so much easier for my whole concept of this whole theory. So we'll see what happens. If it doesn't warm up here real quickly, or it doesn't warm up at all here real quickly, I'm going to probably just say to hell with it and take it to the shop and just let them do it in a heated shop. It's just not worth sitting out there freezing my ass off. I figure they'll probably charge me, I'm going to guess, $65 at most, and I'm going to spend $25 on fluids, so I'm looking at $40 difference. I'm not willing to sit out there for 4 hours freezing my ass off for $40. So definitely, if this was spring, I would never dream of doing such a thing. But being how it's not spring, it is winter, I will definitely consider $40 well spent if that's what I end up going with. So hopefully I'll get my van back here this weekend. It's in the shop right now. Hopefully that'll fix the problem with just the U-joints and that. And he's looking at the brakes. I think there's a rear wheel cylinder. It's been leaking a little bit, so I'm getting a little bit of soft pedal in it off and on. Last time I was able to bleed it, I wanted to replace it then, and the bolts were really corroded and did not want to come off. And instead of breaking them and stripping them and risking, having to tap them back out, I went ahead and just left it and went ahead, and it was such a slow seep back then, that was a couple years ago, that I didn't bother replacing it. And if it does break off, he's got the tools, he's got the equipment, all that. There's a lot easier for him to drill out, tap out, and basically rethread the whole thing to put a new upgrade on there. So who knows? Hopefully it's not hard for him. Hopefully it'll come right out. He won't have to do any drilling and tapping. Save me a buttload of money that way. But either way, it's way easier for him doing it than it would be for me. It would just take me so long, and then the hassle factor, I have to buy the right set of taps, all that kind of stuff wouldn't be worth it. So got a few things around the house here done, planning for that stuff, just kind of, I don't know, didn't know a lot of thinking about that. I then headed out to the garage and got the fire going in the garage pretty heavily. Wanted to get some heat in there, because I was planning on working this afternoon out there. Went and did some run around I had to go do. Ran by the bank and some little stuff here and there. Also went to the gym, spent a little time in the gym there. Found out that they claim I only went 6 times in September, which is a bunch of hooey. There's a little card deal, read your door when you come in, and average I'm there 16 times a month, so I have no idea what the hell, how they come up with 6. It makes no sense at all. So I got a deal, if I go at least 8 times a month, there's a $20 reduction, and they're saying I only went 6 in September, and I'm stuck paying an extra $20, which, why in the hell it's all the way back through September, just now showing up on my bill. I got no idea either, because it's hard to remember what you've done that far ago. But what can I do? There's not much. I mean, at this point, I'm just kind of screwed. Can't really bitch, I guess. I have no way of proving I was or wasn't there. But I had him pull back a couple months before, a couple months since, and I've been there like the least was 13 times and one was 23 times. So the fact they're like the least time in like the last 8 months I was there was 13 times, and they're saying that month I was only there 6, seems just ridiculous to think about that actually being the case. But who knows? It's one of those things that cost me $20 and it's not worth the hassle factor. Part of me wanted to just like tell them to fuck off and drop my membership completely to the gym, which I don't know why I like reacted quite that badly, but I was like, I don't really do that much there. I'm not getting any motivation. The staff there are not really productively helping. They don't give you pointers. They don't really do encouragement, that kind of junk. So it's not like it's that big a deal. It is a nice place to go hit up and change kind of thing if I'm getting back in town. So coming home to run, mess with the dogs. You're home for 5 minutes and you're taking back off. He's confused in that. Also, the thing was really, really nice is if I'm up in Des Moines, wanting to go out for a run, I can stop by the gym. I can change there. Or sometimes if I have other plans after a long run up there, I can go hit a shower, get cleaned up, get changed, and then go back out for the rest of the evening and not have to stink like a pig the rest of the day. So that right there is probably worth the money, but there's cheaper ways of doing it. Even with the discount here, I can get a membership to a gym in Des Moines for less than what it is with my discount here, but then I wouldn't have the gym here membership to use at all. And I do use this one off and on. I originally bought it to get a treadmill because it was cheaper to have a membership than it was to buy a treadmill, and it still would be that way. But I haven't ran on a treadmill but maybe, I don't know, 10 miles this whole year at most. I mean, that's really pushing it, probably 10 miles this whole year. And it's not worth paying that fee every month if I'm not going to be using the equipment. I've got my own home gym that I could use if I wanted to. It's not quite the same as using that equipment and having other people around. It's nice to get your house to kind of work out somewhere else, but I really got to think about the fact I could save myself, some money right there every month, and that would be handy. But it hasn't really happened yet. The other thing I've been doing is trying to find a phone. I cannot seem to find an iPhone 6 anywhere in this damn state. Have not had any luck at all with it. Probably just going to buy one outright, but I'm having trouble finding one because I talked to a cellular here in town, and they're like, I'm just going to order it, online, get a brand new phone, get it shipped in, and they can't give me the information of what phone I need to order so it's U.S. Cellular compatible. I can, all online, like eBay and stuff, it has like Verizon, AT&T, all those things listed out, but nothing for U.S. Cellular. And even U.S. Cellular, which is people I'm going to be giving the $50 plus a month to, or $100 a month, or where the hell I go with, I'm going to be giving them the money, and they're like unwilling to tell me what I need to look for, how to get the right phone, because they want me to buy their phone, which I would buy their damn phone, but they don't have one. They're talking won't have one for like almost another month. I mean, it's going to be literally middle of December at the earliest. They're saying for they're going to get a phone. I can have one here in 3 days, order it off eBay, which is ridiculous. Why they won't let me just know what information I need. And I'm not certain I want to go Verizon because I don't think I'm going to trust Verizon's coverage. So I'm in that weird category of I know U.S. Cellular service sucks like ass, but around here they got the best coverage. Verizon, I don't know if they have any cover. I don't know if their service is like really there because they're friendly enough, I guess, on there, but there's been one other person. I've been there probably 7 times. There's been one other person in the store, and that scares me because there's 3 employees in there at all times, and there's only been one other customer besides me, and I don't know how they're paying their bills. I don't know how they have, if they had great coverage right here and stuff, why don't they have more customers? U.S. Cellular has like 98% of the population in my town for people who have cell phones, and part of it's because they've been here forever. They were the first ones in the area, but you would think as much as U.S. Cellular's pissed off so many people, if Verizon was, I don't know, if it was working good, had good coverage, there would have been a giant jumping ship, especially when Verizon a lot of times is willing to buy out your old contract. So you can't even use that excuse of why you won't move over because your contract's stuck there. It's because they're willing to buy it out. So I have no idea what's in the concept of that whole thing. So who knows there. Also, this evening I ended up getting to kind of put out a fire. I had basically a person in my life that kind of had just a little bit of a crisis, and it's always, there's 2 feelings of thought. One, I was able to help kind of talk them through some of that stuff, make them feel a little better than that, and that felt great. But there's also this giant hole in my heart of not being able to be there for them when they're in need. Like, I wish I could just pack up, just like jump in the car and take off and go down there and stuff and try and help assist them. But you can't drive, that far just to basically go give somebody a hug. Even though as much as I would love to do that, I don't know. It was one of those things that just overthinking, a lot of crap in their life going on, stuff, just that whole what ifs, game, and you get to play that what if game, really can really end up killing you. and I know because I do it myself quite a bit. So I try and, when I get in the 1F game, I try and set it off as quick as possible. Not always the best at it, but I think I really did pretty good, just kind of helping put out some of their fires and their concerns and that. But I also feel like I failed because I wasn't able to, I don't know, help as quick as I wanted to or help as thoroughly as I'd want to. So anyway, that's pretty much all I've got for right now. Pretty much I went through a bunch of more wood in the stove before I headed inside tonight. I was out in the garage for a couple hours putting together my table saw. I did not get it finished. I don't know, I was kind of getting bored with the whole concept, and then I didn't want to get where I wasn't doing a good job. I was still doing that, but then my GoPro, which I was filming the whole little concept, thought, man, I'd throw it up on eBay, on YouTube. Battery went dead on me, so I went ahead and said, the heck with it, called it a night. Threw a bunch of wood in the stove, came inside and got cleaned up and that. And my plan is to first thing in the morning go back out there, hope the embers are still going. The garage got a little bit of the bite out of it, so it's not quite so cold. Throw a nice big pile of wood in it, get it fired up good, come back in, get some more stuff done, then head back out and finish hopefully getting that thing put fully together. So I got a planer to put together now. I got to do that, and I also need to build a workbench. So that right there is my big goals out there, but that's what I had done for today. Is I got 90% of it, well, I should say half of it assembled. It looks like a table saw now. Now as you go back through and fine tune all the outfeed tables and the side tables and the fences and all that kind of stuff, make sure they're all straight and they're all level and all that good thing. So anyway, that's all I got for now. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.